Good evening and welcome back to the Southwest Snooker Academy here in Gloucester for the 2018 Eden Women's Masters, the latest event of this season's World Women's Snooker Tour here between our top two seeds in the competition, Reanne Evans, who's chasing a 5th Masters title in a 6th consecutive Masters final, and Rebecca Kenna, who is trying to aim for her first media. We are live on YouTube, we're also on Facebook as well. As I say, it should be a really engrossing encounter between the top two seeds in the competition. So action started yesterday here in Gloucester. There were 7 groups of players with the top 2 matches without dropping a frame. She beat Jackie Ellis 3-0 in the last 16. Then she beat Stephanie Daughtery 3-0 in the quarterfinals. Very competitive, but Reanne was very patient and showed a lot of discipline in getting to the final. She didn't want any mistakes. There is a little bit of a backstory behind this. Both Rebecca, I think, back in September, October at the Light Task UK Championship, defeated Evans 3-2 in the last 16, and actually reached the second final. Reanne got a little bit of revenge, defeating Rebecca in the semi-finals, and that was on the way to winning the title. So there is a little bit of history going on this season. So she'll be looking to reclaim her crown. That's a terrific shot there from Rebecca. Obviously Rebecca's going to be a little bit nervous coming into this match. It's her 3rd final on the circuit. She reached time lucky. She's proven that she does have the game to beat Reanne, but this is a major final on the circuit, so there's a lot of added pressure for the weekend. But both will double their money should they win, obviously, along with the beautiful trophy that we have. We're on YouTube, we're on social media, so if you have any questions at all that you'd like to ask me, or any questions about the World Women's Snooker Tour itself, by all means give us a straight away, but we'll see what we can do. So that was a bit of a loosener from Reanne, and she'll be disappointed with that effort. She's the potting angle after all. Sometimes these cameras are deceiving. She felt she could get to it, although did miss it on the thin side, so perhaps with the pocket. As we saw in the semi-final, Reanne's not scared to switch hands for certain shots. That's a fantastic weapon to have in your arsenal. Yeah, so that didn't go according to plan at all. That's a bit of a for Rebecca. Not only has she potted the black, she's gone in off and left her head over the pocket, so it's actually I don't want to start at the final, but she realised there's a long way to go. Nicely controlled there from Reanne. It's never easy potting a ball that's very close to a... Both players have had the chance to play on this live stream table across the weekend, whilst Rebecca won a quarter-final match in this arena. So both will be knowledgeable about the conditions. He said it's a very difficult table to play on. Tight conditions, tight pockets, so brown spot. As a consequence, Reanne's had to come up the table to continue the break. So Reanne sinks the pink again, but again we'll see that it gets put back on the brown spot. Yeah, very tricky down the cushions, especially on the conditions we have here. These are weekend, although we have seen several considerable breaks. In fact, Reanne Evans here last year looks as if Reanne's trying to get in behind possibly the yellow here, although she's underhit that by a few inches. Seemed a good lot. With the reds in the open, that could change. events going on. With the Under-21s Championship, the Challenge Cup, the Seniors event. So there's still quite a lot of action going on in the arena. Obviously our main focus is on this match, but you can head over to mysnookerstats.com. They have all the latest results for you to look at. So again, Rebecca wasn't perfect on a colour. I think the black did go into the bottom right hand pocket, but it was into other reds as well, so she elected to turn that down in favour of a safety. Not the worst of returns from Reanne. So much so that it gave Rebecca a little pop shot on that red. Obviously her main objective was getting the cue ball safe, which she's hit the extreme red of the bunch down here, which she can. She's played that very well. So again, we see another example of how confident Reanne is playing left-handed, switching hands. And she's returned this for Rebecca. She's got to avoid the double kiss here. She has, but perhaps worrying about the double kiss, she overhit it. Yeah, and while she left red on in the middle of the table, cue ball was colliding into that cluster of reds and the blacks, so Reanne felt it. And we so often see it with snooker, a bad shot can be sometimes rewarded. In that instance, that's the case. Just the wrong side of the blue here, but I think cushion. Might see this straighten up. No, didn't put any check on it, just played it naturally. Could say she's a little. Still took it on though. I don't know if that was in frustration of not having an easier shot. I think she might have been rewarded with a bit of luck though. Yes, Reanne was in a bit of a pickled south. And that looks a good shot from Rebecca. I think she's covered all the reds down to it. Does need to be replaced. Left the red just underneath the black, but either way, it wasn't really. She couldn't get on a colour ideally, so again, she's put Reanne back in low. She's not, but with the red slightly more open now, there's more potential leaving one on. Red's up, so Rebecca's going for a hat trick here, see if she can snooker her again. That's a lovely shot there from Rebecca. Obviously did play it as a slight shot to nothing. Could only leave really. Hence why she's such a lowly points total as at the minute. Taking the 6 points. Hopefully going to play a nice safety shot here. That's pretty good again. So if they were looking at this, she might be able to just turn it over with a little bit of side. Well, she did put side on it, as you can see, the way the cue ball reacted on the top cushion, but it was a complete misjudgment. Yeah, it was tougher than it looked. Needs a bounce here to land on the yellow. She's just got it. That's also in the that half of the table. A surprising miss from Reanne. Can only put that down to putting all her efforts in trying to get onto the blue. 4 points. Or 3 points. Shouldn't have got rid of that calculator. Gotta say, that's a lovely shot from Reanne. Cuba was tight against the cushion there. It's never easy. Yeah, that's well played. I think that's exactly how Reanne actually played the shot. I don't think she could hit the red actually direct, so she knew very well crafted from the 11 times world champion. It's gone slightly wrong for Rebecca. Her safety's been very good this frame, but that's a... Yeah, that's just remaining positive by the looks of things. Yeah, remained positive, but nowhere close really. In for both players. Both players obviously practice a lot as well, so they dedicate a lot of time, so are used to playing long practice sessions and long days at tournaments. It's snooker tour circuit. Earlier on this season in Leeds, she reached the final of the UK Championship, but lost to Yeongyi 4-1 in the final, so she'll be looking for a better outcome than that back in September. But she knows she can actually beat Reanne. She's done it before on Reanne 3-2 in the last 16. So she must have the confidence in the back of her mind, knowing that she has eliminated Reanne before. And all of a sudden this frame's gone pretty scrappy. You look at the reds. Brown and green are possibly tied up. It's got very, very awkward and ugly all of a sudden. In fact, looking at the closer inspection, the yellow, but it is the opening frame. We did see it with Reanne and Emma Parker in the last 4 clash earlier on. The first frame was quite protracted and scrappy. First frame up on the board. Yes, it's just not happening for either player at the minute. Both got a little bit bogged down. Although you would suggest Rebecca could roll up to these reds, which she has off the top cushion. Well, Reanne could pot the red into the middle, so I don't know if that was a unforced error there from Rebecca. Good pot on the green from Reanne. This up, she can get to the potting angle on this red next to the yellow. Obviously couldn't. So just took the 3 points. She's now 28 in front, so she still needs 2 of these. Rebecca has got a bit of a problem here, trying to get this safe. It's a terrific shot. Oh, I just wonder if not that cannon on the green. Rebecca, she played a good safety. She was in a lot of trouble there. As Reanne sorts to edge her way to this opening frame. 29 points. So Reanne would... Oh, that's gone wrong. So that changes the complexion of the scenario today. Rebecca's still playing the same shot. Looks as if that's been well worked out from... She's going 1 cushion. Yeah, it wasn't the easiest in the world, and that's a nightmare scenario. She's come around the back of it without hitting it. As if Reanne's coming off 2 cushions on this occasion. Yeah, I didn't think she'd miss it again. I thought she might have played that shot first because she was always going to be pushing the red up the table. So Reanne back in the snooker. I mean, at the absolute worst, she could have potted red in colour and then got the red off the cushion, played a good safety, but she was at the table at the time, so she knew what was best. It's okay without being too hampered. So that puts her 31 ahead. If she pots the pink, then Rebecca safely down. So after a little bit of drama, not a bad effort that from Rebecca. Just wondering that she's been unlucky. Seems to get through the narrow gap of the blue and black. So yeah, that's rather unfortunate. You can't really vouch for that happening. Red and pink would still leave her acquiring just 1 4-point snooker. Oh, that's pretty much ended the fray. Yep, it's without doubt now. She continues to be dominant. Still hasn't dropped a frame in this competition so far. 3-0 in her opening round, 3-0 in the quarterfinals, 4-0 in the semi-final, and she's also taken the first frame here in the final of the 2018 Eden Resources Women's Masters.